Hey. What's
Keep it
happening?
going. Yes, sir. Man, I can't wait for this episode right here. The Hatch Man is in the building.
Oh
Yes,
man,
sir.
that's awesome intro for us there. Appreciate it, man. You rocking and rolling.
Yes.
You doing it
Hey,
like I
man. 401 Sports World Network. We talking SIAC football and and also SIAC sports all together with Harold Hatcher, who's in the studio. Welcome Harold Hatcher, and hey, welcome everybody to the show. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, notification bell, and share because sharing is caring. You will find us on YouTube by typing in 401 Sports World Network, and you'll see all these shows, man. You can't miss Hatch, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. All right, Hatch. What it do, man? Oh, Hatch. All right, Hatch. We gotta unthaw you there for a second. Harold Hatcher, he's here. He's gonna get unthawed here in a second, and then we'll get things rolling. He's gonna cover the SIAC for this upcoming week. There's some big
talk about
matchups
a
going
couple
on.
things. Um,
Okay, come on back,
well,
Hatch. You just
you know,
unthawed.
I, okay, we back.
Yeah, you back now.
We
Okay, here
back.
you go. Yes, sir. Oh, Hatcher, you still there? Oh, we're frozen, Hatch. All right, we'll get the technical difficulty straightened out here in just a second here. All right, everybody hold
Yeah,
tight for a second. All right, Hatch, you back?
I'm back. I ain't going nowhere. I'm
All
here to
right,
stay.
okay, let's get
I'm
it.
locked
Let's get it then, Hatch.
well,
All
listen,
right,
man. From our last conversation, when before the season started, I talked to you about a couple things, and them couple
yes, sir,
things
you
hit.
did.
One in particular, Clark Atlanta University. I told
Yes,
you, Coach Keaton was going to come over here from Allen. He's going to bring that quarterback with him, and Clark was going to be something to deal with. Clark right now 5-1. That's
yeah,
right, and they just lost a game recently to Savannah State. But prior to that, the SIAC, this is what I was going to talk to you about a little bit too. But prior to that, Clark Atlanta University, they beat Bethune-Cookman. They were down by 31
yes,
points. Came back,
yes,
beat them 38-37. They were down to Florida Memorial down in Miami. All right. Now, this is out of conference games for them for right now. You know what I mean? And I think
right,
Florida Memorial trying to get in the SIAC. But for right now, they're out of conference. And they went down there and tied the game 28-28 in a hot environment. Last week against Central State, Central State had them
yes,
beat. But in the last minute of the game, they went the length of the field to win the ball game. So Clark, Coach Keaton, and his coaching staff, kudos to you, man. You're doing the right thing. See, you got some teams out here, jumping out here looking like Tarzan and playing like Jane.
yeah,
But you guys are Clark right now, Coach. I see Coach. He's doing what other coaches didn't want to do. And that's what successful people do, what unsuccessful people aren't willing to do. And Clark has filled those shoes. And I tell you, Clark have done a great job in holding it up. Now, they got a test this weekend. They're going to play Miles. They're going to play Miles for their homecoming. So it's going to be in Atlanta, so it's going to be rocking and rolling up there. It's going to be something to see. And that game is going to be a pivotal matchup to see who really win the shoes this year in the SIAC. And
Yes, sir.
right now, Clark and Miles are leading the pack. So 1 and 2 play tomorrow. Saturday.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a great matchup for everybody to keep their eyes on. And then you got some other matchups. You got Allen and Benedict across the street against each other. They're going to fight probably during the game. They ain't going to be able to tell them what's going to happen there. Then you got Waters and Savannah State. They right down the road from each other. That's going to be another pivotal matchup. Yeah, that's going to be a good one. And then you got Fort Valley traveling over to South Carolina State, playing out of conference.
Yeah.
Playing against the old Benedict coach. Coach didn't welcome him over there to play for his homecoming. Now, he better be careful because right now, Durham throwing that ball. He had 5 touchdowns just this past Saturday in homecoming against Allen, in a matchup that we're going to talk a little bit more about. Fort Valley's playing some football. And then that coach Gibbs, he over there, he got them guys believing they can win. When he first came in, everybody was down it. But now they seem like they're on the right track. And I hope they do good until they play them Rams. But right now, this Saturday, they go to play South Carolina State. I want them to beat South Carolina State because that will help strengthen our conference because as of right now today, the only team that won outside the conference was Clark.
Right. And let's freeze right there for a second. And not only was it out of conference victory for Clark Atlanta University is Division II, NCAA Division II football division. And then Bethune-Cookman is Division I.
Yeah.
So a Division II team went on the road to defeat a D1 program in Bethune-Cookman. And that's what Fort Valley is up against now. They're going to South Carolina State in Orangeburg, and they're going to go against the MEAC, right? The Division I team there in South Carolina State. So this will be fun. This should be a great. All the players from Fort Valley should be excited about this one. That's going to be a great atmosphere. Chennis Berry has done some amazing things at South Carolina State already, taking over for Buddy Pugh, who's been there a long time. He was coach. Actually, Buddy Pugh was on the O-line when my dad was at that school. And so he remembers him. He remembers him from school, Buddy Pugh, and he just recently retired. But so the baton just got handed over. And like you said, Barry has been bringing players over too from Benedict to South Carolina State. So it should be fun, man. A lot of these guys should know each other, right?
Oh, definitely. They know each other. They know each other, and trust me, these guys Fort Valley want to go over there and win this ball game too. They want to win this ball game. Yeah, I'm pulling for them. So it's going to be, and I think Tuskegee got Kentucky State, and Kentucky State trying to get the wheels rolling. Tuskegee, they winning quietly. They over there. Nobody ain't been paying no attention to them, but we know they over there. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And soon enough, we're gonna get a look at and see exactly who they are. You know what I mean? So we got some good pivotal matchups this weekend coming up. And then Albany State, we've got Morehouse, and that's for our last since 2011. We have won all the contests, 13 of them, if to be exact. And we look forward to winning 14 for our homecoming this weekend. It's going to be lined up out there. They already lined up this Thursday. Everybody on campus. I can't get out here until tomorrow morning, but it's going to be a very, very good weekend for the Rams because we're going to show up and we Ramley. We show up like we take care of business.
Yes, sir.
So if you want to have a great time, and I think Fort Valley last week they had over 25,000 at their homecoming, and I think we're going to match those numbers pretty much, and it's going to be a good weekend for football. The weather across the state look like it's in the low 70s, mid 70s. It's great football weather. A lot of excitement in the air. The cheerleaders are happy. The band crunk. So the fans are already getting a little juiced up. So it's going to be something to see. I'm kind of excited being a graduate of Albany State. And my family, like I told you before, it's a big to-do for us as a family. And I'm just excited. We're gonna have fish fries left and right.
The fish
When
gonna
I
be
get in town
frying.
tomorrow, I've been invited to a fish fry, and then we keeping it moving, man. It's gonna be a busy weekend. So I mean, it's
Yes,
an
sir.
exciting time. But I want to talk to you about another little thing like this that I took a snapshot of. The scholarship situation. Now, we mentioned Fort Valley going over to South Carolina State. The
Yes.
disparity in the scholarships is really creating the balance of how strong your team can be, because you ain't got no money. You can't bring no players in. You're not going to be able to compete.
Mm-hmm.
And that's some of the issues in the SIAC. Some of these smaller schools don't have that budget to bring in the number of scholarships that they can bring in. And we're going to talk more about that when I get the accurate numbers of how many actual scholarships at these schools that the HBCUs in the SIAC.
Right.
Because we played the CIAA, and all the while I was in school, CIAA was not stronger than the SIAC. But it looked like this year, the coach Flowers, who came from Fort Valley, he got Johnson C. Smith 6-0.
Man,
they don't beat the power already. They don't beat the powerhouse, who was the powerhouse. You know, they 6-0. The Bulls, they doing something at Johnson C. Smith, and they were known for basketball. You know, so matter of fact, they're the only team in the top 25 in the Division II. In the hierarchy. They're the only HBCU, and I think they're listed at 21.
Oh, wow. Okay.
20. So that's some of my point. Is something going on there, because we were able to compete with a lot of these out-of-conference games back in the day when I was in school, and even when I had left in the last 5 years, when Mike White was running Albany State football program. So there's been something going. There's been a shift, if you will. With
yes,
NIL,
sir.
I don't think so. Could have some. I'm not sure. But schools like Dawson State getting prime athletes. Yeah, they number 3 in the country. And they beat us by 30 points.
Yeah.
So there's something going on there, and we got to figure out what the formula is and try to, get it back to where it was at Albany State. That's what we've got to do as an institution of higher learning, because our athletic program, really everything else going into school, it's the motor, it's the engine. If it's running well, the school population seems increase.
Right.
Like the money is coming in. A lot of things is contribute to the football team. And I don't care what nobody say, it pays for a lot of other sports that we have. So we've got to get that formula back. We've got to put things in place so we can continue to recruit. And I took a snapshot 411.
Yes, sir.
Top quarterbacks in the conference, in the SIAC, all of them come from Florida. Miles, yeah, all of them come from Florida. Miami,
right. Fort Valley got one. Fort Valley has one.
Yeah. So the top 4, and we got one from Jacksonville.
Right.
So I'm no. So maybe we need to start looking at South Florida to get us a quarterback. Because they tend to be winning right now. Because the guy from Miles, he ate us up.
Right.
So we've got to get excited again about where our direction. I know Coach Gray. I don't know him personally like that, but I would think that he's really trying to build. Sometimes you got to take some growing pains. But it comes back down to those scholarships you're able to give out and the money that you have to support your team. Albany State is doing an incredible job. It's trying to provide the students with a good student lifestyle, if you will. Got food stations around the county. Our new AD, she's coming in. She's doing a lot of great things. So we're excited about where Albany State going, but we got to win some football games. We can't jump out there. You height, but your performance ain't matching your height. So there is something with that. So you hyped up, you need to be winning. You know what I mean? That's the energy to win. So it's like I said before, you run out there like Tars and then you play like Jane. That's not gonna happen. It's not a good thing. You know what I mean? So we've got to get our bearings right and move forward. So it's some exciting football to be held this weekend. We got to play more country football at Albany State. That's another big issue that I've noticed in our stats. Our running game has not been where it needs to be. We're throwing the ball like I told you we would. Knowles is he's taking some hits. He got us, and we made a lot of unforced errors, penalties, stuff like that. That will hurt you. That would dig a grave for you. So we fixed those things. Albany State back at the top. Now, we got some great games coming ahead of us, but we got a strong schedule. We still got to play Savannah State.
Yeah.
Right? We still got to play Benedict. Still got to play Edward Waters. And we got to play Foback. So we still got some big games ahead of us. Yeah, we don't play the bottom of the barrel. Yeah, we 3-3 and 3-1 in the conference, whatever that may be. But that's not indicative where we can be going. I don't know. We'll see. It all remains to be seen. But
yes, sir.
Homecoming time at Albany State, we put everything else to the side. And the city of Albany, we welcome everybody to come in and have a great time. Just be careful, obey the laws, do what the folks tell you to do. Don't go out here cutting the food, and just have a great time.
Yes,
so,
sir.
Now I don't have a lot of time to be with you today because I got some other opinion. I'm an official myself, and we got this basketball season getting ready to start. I officiated a volleyball game last night, so I've been having a busy week. But I wanted to come in and spend a little time with you talking about the SIAC, the excitement that's going to be here this weekend and for future games to come. And I'm so excited you're going to get the Falcon, man. He's coming back, I heard. He's on a flight, and he'll be flying in soon. So, but you will be seeing him soon, and then that's going to be something else down the road. But for right now, the HBCUs are rocking and rolling, moving and grooving, shaking and baking, living and loving. We are what we say the premier HBCU program in the nation, and I'm gonna put my stamp on it.
Yes, sir. Hey,
yeah,
you were preaching, my man. You were preaching that.
Well, you gotta let it be known. You gotta let it be known. It's an exciting time for us. Homecoming is always an exciting time. What I mean? People bringing up the pots and pans. Everybody got the kitchen. You can ride by in the street, down the industry. Somebody got a grill going, and you can stop. People will give you a sausage real quick, and then they'll give you something cold to drink too if you need it. So hey, that's what Albany is all about. Dr. Holly did the foundation. That's why we're here today, because of the leadership from years gone by. 1903, the Bible Emmanuel Institute of Training, and got that school to where it is today. We won't ever want to forget that part of it,
Right.
So that's a very important part of homecoming, acknowledging our ancestors, those who laid the road before us, those who made the sacrifices. And we ain't talking about just money. I told you before, those folks put their lives on the line. So these schools,
yes,
we are. So again, that's why we say who we are, because that's who we are. All right. So we are a powerful institution. So having said that, blessings to you, the family, everybody, Nation 411 Nation. You're doing a wonderful work here. I've been listening to some of your other broadcasts and other things you got, other podcasts, and brother, got it going on.
Hey, man, we appreciate it, Hats, and love to have you on, man. And you got to come back. All right. We got to come back, and we got to catch up with some of these after these matchups are played and start previewing some more too. And thank you for the insight there on the homecoming and just some of the things that need to be tackled as far as HBCU sports and SIAC.
Mm-hmm.
I look forward to it, man. And again, people listen to Harold Hatcher, man. The man knows what he's talking about, man. Love this guy.
About some other things when basketball season get ready to start. So there's some more things to talk about. But hey, let's get this football season in the bud first. All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Hey, he's Harold Hatcher. I'm Mr. 401, man. We thank everybody, and we're going to catch y'all later. Have a good one.
Blessings.
See you.
All righty. Got hot in here.